personal experience, I don't think it's necessarily better or worse than most urban areas. I feel like there's a lot more just individual non-gang related violence than there is gang violence, specifically gang violence, where I spend most of my time, which is just as unfortunate and just as much of a problem, but not necessarily specifically gang related.
I've never been personally affected by gang violence in Chicago, but I'm definitely I just moved to a new area of the city. I've been there for 4 months, and when I got there was nothing going on gang-wise, but orange line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never personally been at any end of it, but over the last 4 months, I walk under a certain bridge every day, and about 2 months ago, one gang popped up with graffiti on the bridge. About a week later, they were tagged over by somebody else, and now there's a big just graffiti back and forth between a couple of these gangs. But I never see them out on the street. I never see anything going down. But it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot more posturing than it is actual violence. At least where I live.
Where do you live?
I live in Bridgeport, from Archer Ave. So right above 31st. So and my neighborhood's really quiet, really nice. Nobody ever gets there. I've never seen anything bad happening, but there's definitely a gang presence, but they don't really. I don't ever see them doing anything. So.
I don't know that there are any solutions. It's never gonna just go away. And I mean, the whole gang mentality and I suppose kind of like what he was just saying about it existing but there not being a whole lot of action, I think kind of lends to it just remaining stagnant. And I feel like a lot of more like anti-gang activism ends up being more or less unsuccessful, not necessarily in decreasing violence, but in making them go away.
I think that education is probably the biggest thing. It seems to me a lot of gangs are just a place people can go to feel like they belong, or to feel wanted, or to feel like they have friends. And it's a really kind of a bad place to do that. But then again, the kids, you see kids getting plucked into gangs from 10, 11 years old, and it's because they need people to look up to and they need people to model themselves after. And when you're 10 years old, a life of not really having to do much other than some petty crime and make your way, it doesn't sound too bad. But it's just, there are alternatives to being in a gang, but in some places there aren't, and in some places those alternatives aren't really publicized. So just, you can totally do 100 other things that join a gang, but then again, I've never been in a gang, so I don't really know.